Hello everybody, my name is Angel and I'm with the San Fe Film Festival, and today we have a very special guest.
Kurt Jacobsen, documentary filmmaker. I have a documentary that's been chosen by the San Fe Film Festival, and I'm very delighted to be here.
Oh, exciting! And what's the name of your documentary?
It's Clancy Sigal, subtitled Lord of the Gadflies.
Awesome. So for people who haven't seen your film, how would you describe it in one word?
One word? Well, you've been saying awesome all the time. Of course, I'll say awesome. It's an awesome documentary about an extraordinary chap who was sort of a real-life Zelig, if anybody's ever seen Woody Allen's film anymore. The Zelig was everywhere, popped up everywhere in every historical event during the course of his lifetime. And so did Clancy Sigal during the course of his lifetime. It stretched from about 1927 or so until a couple of years ago, he died in 2017.
Oh, wow.
He's a journalist, a screenwriter, a novelist, a radical, a Hollywood blacklist. He's a Hollywood agent. He lived in London for 30 years. He was a major journalist there for The Guardian, The Observer, all the rest of the New Statesman, the rest of the major journals and periodicals there. He made quite a name for himself there. He's a National Book Award nominee for his first major book, which is called Going Away, which is an absolute classic. I've read it 3 times now, and it gets better each time I read it, regardless of whether I made a documentary about him or not, which is part of the motive for the second and third reading. Doris Lessing's version of their relationship. He's the caddish American in that one. He was still a writer at that time, so he had a phenomenally. He's also a co-screenwriter of Frida, which I presume most people would know in this neighborhood. It was a terrific film, and another film about Hemingway called In Love the War, which is a less glittering film, less accomplished film, but that wasn't his fault, I think. Anyway, he had a phenomenal life, and we just tried to squeeze that into about 88 minutes, I believe. We wanted it 2 hours, but we knew that would never fly.
Had to cut it short.
But we're getting complaints about 8 minutes. But it's a phenomenal, entrancing 88-minute tour of basically American history from the 1920s or 30s onward, when he comes conscious as a human being, alive as a young man, to the time of his death, 2017. Stretching through the Depression, his time in the Second World War. He attended the Nuremberg trials. He allegedly was trying to assassinate Goering at the trial, had a gun picked off him by one of the MPs, because we didn't want anything but the official execution to occur, but Goering escaped that too. Went on to Hollywood, went to UCLA, was a major player there as an early journalist, moved on to remarkably become a Hollywood agent. This guy's a red. He started off with anti-Stalinist left-wing views, a socialist but not a communist. So he was a very left-wing, even to the left of the communists in many ways, and through most of his life. Didn't adhere to any party line. He was critical of everyone and everything. There was no place you could walk into in which he didn't, turn the table over in some ways intellectually. In positions, he didn't stand pat on anything. And he always was exciting to be around for that reason. So a phenomenal figure. You're going to get it all poured down you like a fire hose in 88 minutes to this extraordinary life. We believe we have accomplished, and we think we've done him justice. Some people who knew him have previewed the film and think that we've done him justice. So far as a documentary can never do that to anybody. And so we hope people enjoy it and come out if they've never seen this before.
Yeah, and so what was your inspiration for the film? Like, did you have a personal connection to the story?
No, we were sent. It was serendipity. We came out to California to do it. I and my fellow filmmaker Warren Lemming, who's the co-director and co-producer of it, who's not here, unfortunately, for this visit. Came out to California to help some other friends out who were doing a project on Nelson Elgren. Clancy Sigal had been Nelson Elgren's agent at one point when he was still in Hollywood at the time. And so we interviewed Clancy, and in the course of interviewing Clancy, we simply said to ourselves, we've got to make a documentary about this man. And he happily agreed to
So you knew him?
Oh, I certainly knew. I knew him by reputation for decades and decades. I read Going Away when I was 50 years ago, I think, or 40 years ago or so, something like that. No, I knew him very well. I knew his work very well, and I spent half my life in London So I knew his work in London during the period when he was there until the early 90s. He was a regular writer for the major journals that I published it. So, but I didn't know him personally.
Did you get to watch the documentary before he passed?
No.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You directed, produced?
Co-directed, co-produced, co-wrote, edited it, all those.
And so your film's in the Santa Fe Film Festival. What's next for your film? Are you going to submit it to more film festivals?
It's going to show at the American Documentary Film Festival in California, Palm Springs, in March 30th. As far as I know. In fact, they said that they would change the date by a couple of days, but it's March 30th. And after that, I'm not sure. We've got a couple others. Dallas, the USA Film Festival, Dallas is interested. There's a couple of others. So we've got other
things going on, right?
Submissions.
Mm-hmm. How exciting! Can I watch it anywhere right now?
Only if I give you as a personal favor the Vimeo.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm happy to do. Clancy Sigal was a remarkable fellow. Again, Zelig, a genuine Zelig. Well, he was for real, man, of great substance. Zelig is a cipher. He's a comic figure in the Woody Allen film. But in this case, this is a man who popped up everywhere, who had substance to him, and really brought compassion and real ethical, strong ethical sense to him everywhere he went. And he's exciting too. He's funny.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I am Angel, and I will catch you guys later.